So here we go. We have a tier list. Yeah, pretty much everyone's, yeah. So let's go with my thoughts. As I said, I do not support these ads that they're popping up on the side of the screen. They will not go away. They're part of the tier list. Make your ads. I have to live with them. So, first off, we're going to go with the main character. Animo main character's alright. Geo main character is meh. Electro main character is okay. Like I said earlier in the stream, Electro main character is decent. So I'm going to put main character. It's just that other characters get the job better. I'm putting main character a D. Albedo. His super is decent. His thing he puts on the ground, the blossom thing he puts on the ground is okay. I'm going to put Albedo. I'm going to put Albedo on C. He's good, but they're better Geo characters. What he does really good. His super is fine. He's a character that does a good job what he did, which is support, adding extra damage to everything you're doing. He's fine. Alright, I'm going to put Amber. Amber's useless. I'm putting Amber on D. Amber's going straight on D. I'm going to skip, for now, I'm going to skip the rest of the 5 stars and do the rest of the 5 stars last. I'm going to actually get the initial characters out of the way first. So Albedo's kind of like, Albedo's an outlier. Lisa. We'll go Lisa. I tried my best with Lisa. It's just other Electro characters are better. Lisa's going right on D. I tried my best. Like I said in the beginning of the stream, I tried to make her good. But she needs her constellations. If I get her constellations, I will review her. I'm going to put Lumine on C just because I like Lumine. That's it. If Lumine and Ether are the same character. But I'm just going to put Lumine on C just because I like Lumine better than Ether. Alright, let's go with Kaya. I've heard Kaya's alright. I'll put Kaya on C. I'm putting Kaya on D. I'm putting Kaya on D. I can't. Who else do we need here? We got the first 3 characters you get. Ether, Lumine. Let's go Barbara. Barbara is good at what she does. What I hate about Barbara is what everyone hates about Barbara. When she activates Let the Show Begin, she puts Hydro status on you, which causes you to get frozen. Against ice enemies, Barbara is like the worst person you want on your team. But I will say Barbara's better than everyone else. Like when it comes to the initial characters. Let's go Shang Ling. Shang Ling's not bad. In fact, Shang Ling's like one of the best pyro supports. If I can find her. Where's Shang Ling? There she is. I'm gonna put her on C. I'm not gonna put her on C. Do I really want to put her on C? My issue with her is Gooba. You got to be like, if the enemy moves away from Gooba, Gooba's not doing shit. And I got C6 Shang Ling, so I'm coming from that perspective. I'm like right in between B and C. What does this do? Oh, it swaps. Okay. Yeah, it swaps. Yeah, I can change the color. Okay. Didn't know that. I'm leaning towards C on Shang Ling. I'm gonna leave her on C for now until I think about it more. Alright, so let's go Noelle now. Noelle's going right on C. She is just there for shields and heals. That's it. She's fine with that. That's all I get. That's where I can put her. Alright, now I'm gonna go with Razor. Razor's fine, but Razor I feel like has been power crept. I'm putting Razor right on C. Alrighty. Let's go with one of the other initial characters. I've never used Beto. I heard Beto's good. But in my opinion, I've never used Beto. So I'm not going to put her on D just because I never used her. I'm going to put her on C just out of respect for everyone who says that she's alright. And I've seen videos of Beto. She looks good. Let's see here. Chongyun, put it on D because I never gave a shit about him. I can't. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to use Chongyun. Okay, let's go with. The other thing is, Chongyun just seems like a bland character. I don't know what it is. I just don't want to use it. All right, let's go Bennett. Bennett, put in B. He enables so much. He's so easy to get his super going. Bennett is just right there. He's not excellent, but he's not bad. And then let's go with Fischl. Fischl, I'm putting right there too. She does what she needs to do. She puts the bird down. And the thing is that Fischl has potential to even be a main DPS if you want to build her that way too. There is a lot of flexibility with Fischl. And she is one of the best characters to enable Electro status on enemies. That's something I kind of wanted the main character to do when it comes to their Electro version. It's just that their damage is so poor, whereas Fischl does that and also does do good damage on the side too. Okay, let's see here. What is this here? What is that supposed to be? I see Beto and Kazuha. I don't understand why that's there. Let's see here. Who should we go next? I feel like I gotta hear him out. Okay, let's touch on a couple of the 5-star characters. Let's go with the first 5-star character that came out. Venti. Venti is as everyone says, you put down the ultimate and you just turn away. My only gripe with Venti is that sometimes, sometimes you're going to be facing a horde of enemies, but there just happens to be this one archer to the right, just one archer, like let's say a electro or cryo hilly churl just shooting at you from the distance, to the right, away from all the other enemies. 9 times out of 10, Venti will turn and shoot his ult to that one archer instead of those 10 enemies that happen to be right in front of you. And then it's just a waste of an ult. That's my only issue. It happens sometimes. It happens sometimes, but when it does happen, it's annoying. But Venti's ult does what it needs to do. It shreds enemies that happen to be in the vortex. If you put Viridescent on him, any element just debuffs everything. I'm going to put Venti. I can't give him. He's very good at what he does. I'm going to put him on B, just because he's good at one thing. It's kind of like what these other two characters, even though Official has potential to be really good, it's just that you know what build is going to be best for her. Same thing with Bennett. Bennett's an alt. Venti is an alt. Sucrose can be other things, but mostly she is a bird. Okay, let's see. Let's go with Xinyan. Xinyan's going to do. She has shields, but everything else about her is just crap. Whereas the other characters, they may be good at one thing, but the rest of what they do is not crap. Sheen Chew, same thing. We're putting him B. He's got his ult. That's his thing. He can put shields on. He's not a bad character at all. I'm going to put Ming Wong in the B spot too, right behind Venti. Ning Wong has a good ult. Ning Wong's got potential to be a really good main DPS. Her shield is just about useless, but she's got two things that she's really good at. No, I'm going to move Bennett up here because I see potential for Sucrose is about the same thing, just that Venti does it better. So I'll move up Venti to A, just because he's really good at that one thing he does. Let's see, who else do I need to take a look at? All right, so let's look at Rosario. Rosario, I look as a cryo battery. She's got a really good ult. Her skill is just really good at generating cryo energy. So whenever I really need a cryo battery, I always look at Rosaria, and the fact that she has a good ult on top of that is really nice too. And not to mention that Rosaria does have potential to be a main DPS as well. You just got to kind of work hard to build her toward that. Fiona, I'm going to give her a B. She's really good. She helps shield your teams. She's a good healer. And the one thing that I like about Diona is that she tries to go out of her way to prevent you from getting hurt. And the healing is just an added benefit in case that does happen where you do end up losing health. So Diona's definitely going on B for me. Let's see. All right. putting Klee on C. Reason is just that I want Klee to be support. I do not like that Klee is meant to be a main DPS. In fact, when you try to use her in the main DPS, she's just bomb, bomb, bomb. And she's so slow at throwing those bombs. I really wish I could just throw out her jumpy dumpies, activate her ult, and then I could switch off, and her ult could stay there for its duration dealing damage. I think Klee would be great if she was support. She was actually built to be a support. Not just where people are saying, well, you get Constellation 4 when you switch off, her thing blows up. That's cool, but I would rather not have to get 4 copies of her just to get Constellation 4. I'd rather just switch off and her little ult thing is just going around shooting the little fire lasers. That would be a lot better. I really wish Klee was meant to be a support, like an actual support, not just, you could do this. No, I'd rather that would be the direction that was intended. Yunfei, she's the 4-star that I think power crept Klee. Putting Yunfei on B. As they say, she's fire Ming Wong, but at the same time, it looks like she really did power creep Klee. All right, we got mostly 5 stars now. Yeah, mostly 5 stars. I'll touch on these characters last. Let's start with the originals. With one of my first 5 stars, Mona. Really good support. Debuffs. Even has potential to be main DPS if you get her 3rd constellation, I think. I think it's her 3rd constellation. It's either her 2nd or 3rd constellation. I think it's her 2nd. It's her 2nd constellation. I put Mona on B. She's not really needed for your team, but she does add to your team if you need her. And her debuffs are really good. I'm going to put D-Luke on A. What he does is... D-Luke is good at what he does, which is beating the crap out of enemies, putting pyro on them. The bird is kind of annoying, but it's still good damage. The Firebird, not his ult. It is a little annoying that he pushes him away, which is why I try to throw it when I'm pretty sure I'm going to kill him. But at the same time, he's really good. Damage numbers good. His skills good. He's a solid A, in my opinion. Let's go next to Kaching. Kaching is fun. My problem with Kaching is it is hard to find a good weapon for her. The Miss Splitter, it's so far a really good weapon on her. I've only played around with it a little bit. It's just that also Electro is kind of like one of the weakest elements. I'm really hoping that there's the elemental mastery buff helped out Electro characters, but Electro characters still need more. They need more of just a little bit of a nudge to push them to where they're strong. Kaching's good. I'm going to put Kaching on a solid B. Let's see. Like I said earlier, I can't. I'm putting on C. Shao C0 is okay. His plunging damage is cool. His ult is cool. His skill is good, but he feels just like Klee, he feels clunky. I really think he's one of those characters where you have to get that C6, which is a lot. That's asking a lot. But when I look at his C6 and then I've seen people play C6, Xiao C6 is good. But C0 Xiao is just, it feels like there's more. Like he needs an extra edge. For example, when you activate his ult, that's it. You got those few seconds of a good character. And then when he's not in his ult, he just feels a little. I feel like I'm doing good damage, but I feel like I could be using anyone else. Okay, let's go Jean. Jean's a good healer. When you get a good Jean built, she's good. And Jean's even a character I've used to help beat the Spiral Abyss a couple times. So I'm going to put Jean on B. I mean, not B, but A. Good healer, good support, can do really good damage. Jean's kind of one of those characters that's kind of a jack of all trades. Okay, Klee. Klee! You noticed when I went down my roster, I'm missing one character. That one character is that one character I don't want. And I've been lucky. Been absolutely lucky to not get one of the worst characters in the game. GG's going right to the bottom. One character I don't have, the one character I don't want. I've been really lucky. Now, let's go to Child. Good character, solid damage, fun to play, definitely an A. His ult is, it's neat that he has 2 iterations of his ult. Obviously, sword version's better. It's just a really fun character, and you can do some crazy stuff with him. Awesome. Shang Ling. I feel like I don't need an explanation on this one, but I'll just touch on it. You gotta scroll up here. Shang Ling is a character you can stick in any team. Does what you need him to do. Shields. Fucking dropping the rock. Massive damage. He can beat built as a main DPS. If you build his health up, his shield's almost impenetrable. Solid character. One of the definitely an S tier character. Hu Tao? S. Solid damage. It can be done at C0 perfectly fine. Obviously C1, I think C1's the one that makes her stamina not cost anything when you do her charge attack. I would love to have her C1, have her C0, but even at C0 she's doing massive damage. You have Staff of Homa, her signature weapon, even more massive damage. She is definitely one of the best Pyro DPS characters in the game. You should have to draw that. Let's do it. Ganyu. Ganyu is another jack of all trades. Even though she does what Amber does, she does what Amber does, but better. Her ult, better area of effect, and does massive damage. Her thing, taunts, but it builds into her kit. That way she can kind of hang back and still shoot her arrows. Her arrows, they're massive damage. You can build her as a main DPS. That's the thing about Ganyu. I have a support Ganyu build, but I can easily switch it to a main DPS Ganyu build. All I have to do is put Skyward Harp on, or even the new bow, the Hayayumi. She is definitely a character that's worthy of S tier. Eula, in my opinion, S tier. She does massive damage. I literally took out just about all of Child's health out in his final form with her ult. And C1 Eula just adds more to that damage. Kazuha, I'm going to put it on A. I've heard that C6 Kazuha is really awesome. But my Kazuha C0. But the thing is, Kazuha C0 is still really good. His ult is just an awesome, it's basically Ganyu's ult, but you can mix it with anything to be anything you want it to be. And heck, you can even mix Ganyu and Kazuha's ult together, doing just nutty damage. So Kazuha definitely worthy of A. I'm pretty sure if I had C any of his constellations, that would be making him go up to here. Ayaka. I'm debating between A and S. I kind of just want to put her on S just to meme. I kind of just want to put her on S just to meme. But the thing is, if you build her right, you can do the same thing as the other characters that are on the top, which is insane damage. Her ult's good. I wish it kind of like. My only issue with her ult is that sometimes you can miss it, and if anything moves out of it, they're fine. That's my only thing with her ult. Other than that, she's fun to play. In my opinion, she's definitely somewhere between S and A. If I could just put her right here, I'd put her right here. I'm going to put her right here, just because her ult can miss, or things can move out of her ult. If you get her ult right, it's going to be just obliteration. Now for these characters, and for the rest of this is just going to be what I feel like. It's something on the screen there. Okay, so this is just going to be my vibes. Let's start with Sayu. I think Sayu's going to be fine, but I feel like Jean will be better. And we're talking about two wind healer characters. But what makes her unique is she's healing. I think Sayu's going to be a safe B. Yoimiya. I think Yoimiya has the potential to do some crazy damage. I know a lot of people are saying she's going to be a crap character. And I think that's just in comparison to the other 5-star characters. I think Yoimiya is going to be I'm going to put Yomiya. I think she's going to have the potential to be an A or B tier character. The pyro infusion, but the same thing. I think she's going to also kind of. I need to. I can't remember what her cooldown was on her skill, because that could hurt things too. I think Yomiya has potential to be an A tier character. I'm gonna say that's where she's gonna fall in. All right, so Kazuha, just from things I've seen, this is all going by things I've seen. She has this teleportability from what I've seen, and she makes lightning strike from the sky. She's a bow character. That's stuff I've seen. I think she's going to fall into a B tier. No, this is the one I'm saving for. I really want to hope she's an S tier character. I really want to hope that's what she's going to be. Okay, let's go with the free character. From what I've seen, and I've only seen a little bit, I think she's going to be a B tier character. I think she's going to be a B tier. And Kokumi, I think she's a healer. I've seen videos of her ult and her skill. It looks neat for a healer. I'm going to say she's in A tier. I don't know this far. I have no clue. But that's my thoughts. Those are going to be my thoughts.